something cruel I said. Is the depression, isolation all a part of the cause? Just a bad distraction from the lion's claws? More preventative measures for making sure our brains don't thaw. And you're just as scared as me, saying all you can do is hope and pray. But I called God, He had moved away. Paper dolls thrown in the trash you wanna leave, so make it fast and blow out the last cigarette ash. I got a lot going on in my brain, wondering if this is what it's like to go insane. So the Midwest's not the best for working on emotional range. Are we doomed as a species to just wander lost? We had some fun, a greater purpose, but we just forgot. Time to clear your head, darling. Your favorite TV show is on. Masses of people torn apart, convinced they working affairs of the heart, turning chemical deficits into art. That's not what you meant, she said as you lay down in your little bed. But you think to yourself, maybe this is for the best. Thank you. This first song that I'm going to do, it's about living in houses with many windows, or the idea of it. sun to sow flowers on some paper in the morning light. I live in a glass house, obsessed with rain. And this is my buddy Matt Rowan. He's pretty central to this area, back and forth from Marshall and Murray and Paducah. He's a songwriter himself and also a great musician. He'll be joining me on this next song. It's called Blue. Straight from the rain, we always say that we wouldn't be here. Well, my dear, what kind of balance we need? The fields overflowed and the water has re-sunblazed me. And I'm red and blue, and it's very blue season. It's very blue season. We always stood in the rain. 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 We always stood in
wrote that last song real recently. I really enjoyed the last part. A lot of my songs have rain in them. That's something I really enjoy ever since I was a kid. When I was younger, we used to go outside and sit and watch the storms. And that's really nice because you don't have the fear of storms. It's almost grounding when the rain comes around. It's pretty sweet. This next song I'm going to do is about how there's never enough time. I saw you and I read how the clock's hands, the gestures are in your hands, and I wear them in my head. Heavy rain brings a bloom, and it will prosper in idle time. Trying to sleep out. And I heard that voice. And I read how the clock's hard. I'm killing time, want to be with you. I'm killing time, want to be with you. I'm kneeling in your blue velvet room. I'm trying to sleep out. I saw you and I read how the clock's hands, the gestures are in your hands, and I wear them in my hair. The gestures are in your hands, and I wear them in my hair. Thank you.
So, after 2016, I've been playing guitar since 2015. In 2016, I started to write a lot more songs with political commentary or social commentary, more or less.
and I'll be recording all of those in the winter, but this one is pretty new, and I wrote it after the Kavanaugh hearings, and I just sort of was watching or observing women sort of stay in this recurring role in society as not only deceitful, but maliciously deceitful. And so it references a lot of that all the way back to Adam and Eve, really. So this song is called Sisters. My sisters and mothers from the times before the star shadowed my eyes, call back to me through highways of nerves that plowed into the back of my mind. I find it's getting worse with the times, don't you? Just blind enough to blame it on a shadow in the dark or two. They'll string us up to pillars, muscle statuettes, Medusas and Madonnas, clad at darkness, feed by men. The first sin us and them, the dead of Eden's crime only just began. Covered up her mouth with a filthy shaken hand. So they douse our feet in pious flames that writhe and burn and wrap around the name of these Magdalenic monsters to be tamed. They burn them up and still they wanted more. No godly love raised marks upon the door of any actor who forgot what her part was for. And I know it's probably met with greater ease if I could simply ignore. I bet a tapestry spray painted over her golden edges tore. No more the giver of life seed to those who take, imploring their importance to an audience of ears that ache. I found the story sweeter said by those who get to taste the blood-soaked glory, rich predatory, stealing space. Till I tie my fight, taking back my whole life, not one night, back without a smile, just for my own spite. So they douse my feet in pious flames that writhe and burn and wrap around the name of this Magdalenic monster to be tamed. 1,000,000 dead and still they'll come for more. They don't crave our flesh, they just crave the war. Will you return your man-made order from before? Thank you.
just begins to rise up, sweet and shrill. Yes, I long to be a part of me I hadn't met yet, thrown out, seen, missing its regret. I turn my wheel 50 times now, wondering just how a bend in the road could last for miles, turning back and shaking hands with myself, sneaking in reruns as I am allowed. Yes, I long to be a part of me I hadn't tried yet. A calm sea locking hands with the sunset. Ooh. So I find you in the outlines of shadows before me, creating your frame in a carefully planned out memory, tracing the veins of the night for a sound of your name, watching the stars wake up and blink slow and plain. Yes, I long to be a part of me I hadn't met yet. I calm my mind more apt to forget a wrong placement, a wrinkle of cloth, till I can't recall what it is I wanted to say. I forgot, or what I was not. Thank you. Thanks. So I think not this last summer, but the summer before that, maybe. No, I'm not sure of the time. But either way, I went to Italy with my parents, and they write on their tombstones, not, we have that now, here lies so-and-so, beloved so-and-so, etc. These ones, the entire slab of stone is text, and they describe the person, who's buried there. And if you go down in the Forum Museum, you can actually read all of these, and they have the translations, because, my Italian just isn't what it used to be. And the husband of someone who passed away wrote this really, really beautiful description of his wife that was lying there. He called her his sweetheart. And I absolutely loved it. It was a really gorgeous, testament to this person who lived hundreds and hundreds of years ago. And I wrote a song about it. It's called Sweetheart. This is my sweetheart, sweet in name, but sweeter in soul. Breath that cold and on the heart all stare. Weaving mandibulas through her hair, she'll cast a spell on you. And she much prefers the sandy earth to wrap around her fingers, to golden bands and diamonds. Beneath these things, her image could be captured in, when a canvas warps and fades. And she doesn't care for the austere, more inclined to the pleasant and wild. She'll leave you with a song and a prayer, yes, she is my sweetheart. The mortal coil wasn't ready to bind you. You ran up to where the fates call us. You had no more time to waste. It was all just old news to you. And she much prefers the sandy earth to wrap around her fingers, to golden bands and diamonds, meaningless things her image could be captured in when her canvas warps and fades. And she doesn't care for the austere, more inclined to the pleasant and wild. She'll leave you with a song and a prayer that heaven could be half as mild as she, yes, she is my sweetheart. Thank you.
This next song that we're gonna do, I believe the last time we played it was in a band format with Peachy May. The band Peachy May consists of I and Matt and Tim Payton and Kyler Nix. The last time we played was our Oktoberfest. Yeah, it's in Lower Town. Right? Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. That burn down the houses. So if you send me a letter, I won't get it. Concrete was so lithe and done. Thank God it's not skin. She played harder than the pastor did. So when got some sound in his spaceship, everything's okay. It's 10 fibers in your heart. Don't be frightened, all it's only a tendency of a singing bird in its rage. Singing precious memories, how they linger. Walk of ages clear for me. swings. Sat on his shoulders, I was in the trees. We hold our arms in different ways. Now he looks himself safe and sound. Baby girl, please don't cry. And as you are, you will always be. And I said whiskey, ooh, true. Whiskey, ooh, dry. I wonder if it is true, if this just anger that fills my bones, swollen by his shrapnel dreams. And I said, lady, cool, be more than. Baby girl, please don't go. And as you are, you will always be. And I say whiskey, ooh, true. Be more than. I grew up on a soldier's wings. Sat on his shoulders, I was in the trees. This song's called Raymond. If I was going to be honest, and sometimes I'm pretty honest, it's about like the gender division that there is, the gender divide, and relearning after that becomes more and more apparent. My name is Harris. Ooh, the ground while tears fall down on my leaves. I've seen the life of a dog converted to a symphony, and what it's like to be the breeze kissing single trees. I'm kissing single trees when the name rings, and I don't mind when the name. I don't mind. I've seen the life of a dog converted to a symphony, and what it's like to be the breeze kissing single trees. I'm kissing single trees when the name rings. I don't mind when the name ain't concerned. I don't mind. My name is Raymond, completion number 53.
She was just a girl only in her teens. He was the wildest thing she'd ever seen. Just two lost souls running in the dark. It was a matter of danger and of the heart. And oh, how he adored her. Yes, he gave her the world. And between camel drives, he tells her she's his favorite girl. That's why it's no surprise when he says the following words.
Why don't you run
run away with me? I got a house out west I'd like you to see.
We'll cross a few states in the Mississippi, and we'll be free, free, free.
Heads are bouncing like rubber dolls. The sweetheart from home was not gangster mall. He had the passion, he had the flair, captivating the land with a smirk and a stare. And oh, how the world implored them to give the law its due. She says I have a bounty on the top of my head. He says it's just what I like about you.
Why don't you run
Run
away
away with me. I'll hit the
sheriff
sheriff if you can hit the deputy.
Sweep her
I
up
know
clean
you
and
wanna
get to
find
a
a
new
new
scene, and we'll be free,
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 free, free. Tell me, Bonnie, Bonnie, tell me, did it hurt? Did your head bounce around just like a dog? And do you still stand by your word? He's just the wildest thing you ever saw. And oh, how the world rejoiced when the news came creeping to town that in a speeding car and on a highway far, the two lovebirds are shot down. I don't think you'll ever see them around. So the story's ending of those two lovebirds who died. They live in glamour and infamy, the poor damned Bonnie and Clyde. Thank you. So I kind of, half of these I've planned to play, and then the other half I'm just sort of deciding while I'm up here rambling. And I didn't really know if I was gonna play this one tonight, but I really like it, so I'm gonna. It's another one with a little bit of political commentary on it. The First Lady, when she visited the U.S.-Mexico border, wore a coat. I'm sure all of you, most of you, have heard this news story. And the back of the coat said, "I don't really care, do you?" And it inspired the song with the same title. Bring me your mothers and daughters, your sisters and your sons, your broken and disheartened, or the ones we can outrun. I don't really care, do you? Seems too plebeian to do, and every single move I make is for the sake of you-know-who. My pockets are heavy, my heart is gone. Ain't no Jesus to tell me I'm wrong, just a couple of roadblocks that this old tank can take. Soundproof the glass to keep it all in, and blame my family for modern sin. I turn the TV off cause I know all of it is fake. I see what I wanna see, and that's more than enough for me. Bring me the sick and the damned, the worthless and or the poor. I'm a Slovenian American dream, a queen's crown on the head of a, but I don't really care, do you? And after all that you've been through, I'd say it's in your right to put up a fight for the good red, white and blue. My spade bag won't fit my AR-12. I saw the devil walk out of hell and into the arms of a country eager to please. The rich and the beautiful stupid invade, pretending not to care is the latest craze. But we must be careful about what we pretend to be. Oh no, you can never be me. Hell, I don't know if I'd even wanna be me. Bring me the bloodlines of the white knights in the crusades. Oh, I bet good old Jesus could turn his cheek to a righteously pointed blade. But I don't really care though, do you. I'll leave the mote in your eye too, so maybe that way neither one of us will know what the other one's up to. You're standing inside a pool of blood. I open the gate and then start the flood. People would pay a fine price for the red on your soul. Firewood's all turned into duds. 90-degree dives down into the mud that's scattered with 6-foot by 6-foot holes. If there's a God, just maybe the sea could melt up enough to swallow you and me. Thank you. All right, now for a song dedicated to a different woman with an M name. That, of course, was from Melania. And this one I wrote for a really good friend of mine from Indiana. That's where I'm originally from, before Kentucky. Her name's Michelle, and I'm from Murray, and the town I lived in Indiana, Mount Vernon, is pretty much just Murray without a university plopped in the middle of it. And so it's that same sort of small town idea, and Michelle moved all the way to New York City by herself. She wanted to be an actress. She is an actress up there, and I always thought her story and sort of imagining her braving that sort of environment in that city by herself to be really inspiring. So I wrote this one for her. It's called Michelle. Raising hell, but you never know. Living a life like it's some stage show, the lines and parts of which only she knows. Well, you moved into the city, said this old town was giving you a heartache. Did that take? Lonely plane rides in a 24/7-hour pharmacy. Oh my, but aren't you free? Ooh, aren't you free to be who you wanna be? As famous as the trick can be. Oh me, oh my, oh Michelle, raising hell like you never know. The streets are sweet, are dark, and down below, and you start to like yourself more than you know. And the bands in the bar were strumming so hard that their guitars were about to explode. Yeah, their fingers were shredding into nothing but bloody stumps, playing with just their bones. And the bands in the bar were strumming so hard that the guitars were about to explode. Yeah, their fingers were shredding into nothing but bloody stumps, playing with just their bones. Oh me, oh my, oh Michelle, they're playing for you, can't you tell? For every lonely girl who walked through hell and decided to stick around for a spell. Thank you.
Under the trees were there. I walked down the hallway. It's clear that there seems to be a sea. It's clear that there seems to be a sea. Whisper in the spring, caught the water on fire. And I said thank you now, 'cause I'm prepared. Thank you now, and I'm not scared anymore. Sunday in July, we came down. Sunday in July, couldn't hear the birds singing, it's alright. Sunday in July, we came down. Sunday in July, couldn't hear the birds singing, it's alright.
All right, now we're going to do something quite different with these keys up here. Good cello. And while he's getting that, I'm going to talk about this tape that will be featured. I got this collection of tapes, like a book of tapes, and there's about 10 of them in there, and this is from Angel's Attic, and these are some meditation tapes. And so this is kind of going to be a sound art piece, and we play this while doing our thing. Angel's Attic is a consignment store in Murray, if y'all don't know about it. It's a pretty sweet place. Like, I want to say 90% of the proceeds there, they go straight to the women's clinic and the homeless shelter in town of Murray.
If you do not resist, you reach oneness with the universe. What you want to hold on to and possess will eventually have to be released. In relaxing and releasing, you embrace. Continue experiencing. I will be silent again for you to experience what there is for you, and I will join you again at the conclusion of this meditation.
So small and it made such a big noise. All right, this last set of mine has kind of a sad overarching theme, but there's probably hope to be found in some of it. I hope, at least. Maybe that's where it is. I'm gonna tune while I'm doing this. So a few years ago, I was in Walgreens, and there was a big line. It was really busy that day. I was getting some milk because I love milk, and this older man in the front was just sort of talking to everyone, the cashier, the line behind him, and no one was really paying attention, and the whole time he was sort of talking about how close he was to dying, and was just saying some kind of profound, kind of really sad things, and it, you know, I gave him an ear even if I didn't really show it, and maybe other people were too, but the scene I was witnessing was just this old man talking about his own death to a group of people who could not care less and just wanted to get out of the pharmacy.
And so I wrote this song about him. It was originally called Old Man at Walgreens, but now it is called Checkout. You stay your life away with only the words that you speak. Your final hour is far away, but you can't help taking a peek. Ever since the day that you were born, you were painfully aware from this realm of existence you'd be torn. You watch the sunset every day, then crawl into your bed and pray that today won't be the day your mighty Father takes you away. But where did all of your time go? What more is there to see? We're all fucked as far as I know. To be damned is just to be. And if you rise above the highest plains, would you stare him in the eyes and take his holy name in vain? What are you afraid of? Oh, are you afraid that he'll be gone? Packed his bags, hit the freeway and moved on. Your heart will break, it's all for naught. Go on back down to what you've got. You swarm your head with passing thoughts, had something else to say, but you forgot. You shout to a void of apathetic ears. Times they are changing, but no one takes the time to hear. You choose to push your flowers before they had a chance to bloom. You take your final bow before the band stops the tune. Oh, what are you afraid of? Oh, are you scared to never know when it's time to don your wooden overcoat? You exit with a final kiss, solemn wave to the wife and kids. There must be something more than this. There has to be something more than this. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da da. Thank you. Thanks very much. This next one was inspired by my advertising professor. I was a music business major, and I wanted to take all the fun music classes in my underclassmen years. And then, so my upperclassmen was full of business and marketing and math. But the advertising lecture, it was an early morning one, but it turned out to be really rewarding. The professor, Bob Valentine, is just hilarious and witty, and he would often sidetrack the class by going on his own little tangents. And one of them, he was talking about why he has such a good life insurance policy. And he said that he has such a good one because he wants everyone at his funeral to drink top shelf scotch. And I really liked that idea, so I wrote a song about that, and it's called Valentine. Times are hard, I just get by. This day and age, half a man's wage goes towards paying for him to die. But I make do, live a good life. I got land with a view and a pretty wife. my Valentine. Still the frost is covered, I see it on both sides of the glass, reflecting back with no reprieve. Oh, the seasons start to change, and I find the same changes in me. Sometimes looking in my eyes is the only confirmation that I'm still the man I recall trying to be. So when you lay me down to turn to dust, promise me you'll go and have a strong drink for the both of us. Sink all my money in it, the kind we'd only get if someone struck gold down in the mines. But I jump planes waded through gray, it's not a trick I manage each day. So I think that this time it would be fine if from now on and for tonight you drink yours and mine. They'll take your money for most anything, rip out your cords, take them to the door, and then ask for you to sing. The call is out, a cry for help. We're busy handing out pills we wouldn't dare swallow ourselves. I sometimes wonder if it's under me to try, but regardless if I'm high or not, we'd both find ways to die and rot. Rinse the memory till you forgot. After you've spoken your parting words, promise me you'll dust off that bottle of top shelf reserve. It's not pure denial, but a better way to mourn. For a drink and take it down, and the memory is born. Well, I carried the weight let down from the bridge, I kept it together, I didn't slip. In the name of moving on, it would be right if from now on and for tonight you drink yours and mine. Thanks. Thank you. And I meant to say in my pre-song ramble that fate actually helped me write that one earlier this year. So this is my last death-related one, I guess. Back to that trip I took with my parents, we visited a port town called Ostia Antica, and it's kind of like Pompeii, except you get to walk around it a little bit more. And this, this town, these peoples lived before Jesus Christ was, doing his thing, walking the earth. And so the only real idea that they had of an afterlife was just people remembering them after they had died, sort of everyone putting them into this cognitive afterlife, instead of there being, a technical place. And I really liked that idea, so this song is about that, and it's called Memory. The closest thing to heaven or hell is the feeling I get when you tell of me the roots of the willow trees nudge me softly out of my sleep, so I can look upon your memory and weep for you, with you for me. If you could, I'd like a far one when the red sun's just a hint of wrong, when the home was watered down the poison at our back doors. If it all you choose to keep, anything that'll be the way I speak to you. Don't let my voice get weak or unable to greet your conscience once more. Because the closest thing to heaven or hell is the feeling I get when you tethered me. The roots of the willow trees nudge me softly out of my sleep, so I can look upon your memory and weep. Ooh, I don't need no idols, and I do well without beads. I find it feels better to lie between the heather and weeds. My soul would climb up a dandelion path and catch the wind somewhere. Leave the granite alone, don't you look for my bones, they're not there. Because the closest thing to heaven or hell is the feeling I get when you tethered me. The roots of the willow trees nudge me softly out of my sleep, so I can look upon your memory and weep. Thank you.
I watched this documentary recently in the past few months. And this woman, she was a comedian for probably like 12, 13 years. And she made her living off of making like quite crude jokes. And here recently she decided that's not the path to take. And she did like a 20-minute bit over art history, which is pretty rare in the comedian world, I figure. And she told the story about Picasso. And Picasso, he's a really, really famous artist. I'm sure every single one of you know who he is. And Picasso, like, there was a letter that was found in his diary, and it said something of the sorts of, when I'm done with a woman, I should throw her away. And so the song is based off of that, and it's almost like romanticizing the artist and their plight.
With the first touch of a string, with the first touch of a string, I feel insane, like the river runs wild on the first night of the rain. And if I were a master, you'd be the so. I'm not even friends. I don't consider it or anything I've ever done a part of anything. And if I were on the edge of my heart, I would teach the world to run away from you with the stars. With the first touch of a string, I feel insane.
Okay, this next song is a lot more of a playful one. It's called Jerry Berry. It's a lot different than what I normally do.
Lately I've been dreaming of something by your side, and happy holidays. Lately I've been dreaming of something by your side, and happy holidays. Red and white are made to mix, but you want a video me crying on the dance floor, baby. And I can't be anything if it has to do with you. Jerry Berry, I can trust you.
Here's where the song changes quite extensively. I'll make a mixtape for you, imagining you swinging back and forth to my blues. You could even listen to it in your living room while you're living some other life with some other girls. And the man says, so how do I make sense of this big kingdom? And the queen says, you don't. You just roam and roam until you make yourself a home. You roam and roam until you paint your mind a home. You roam and roam until you paint your mind a home. Lately I've been dreaming something about your side, and happy holiday. Lately I've been dreaming something about your side, and happy holiday. Red and white are made to mix, but you wanna video me crying on the dance floor, baby. And I can't be anything if it has to do with you. Jerry Berry, I can trust you. Yeah, it's pretty silly, but it's fun to do. I started my music life and endeavors by playing the piano. When I was 5 years old, I did gymnastics at first, and then my hair was down to my knees. So I decided one day that it was just piano was a much better pursuit, and I'm really happy that I did that.
One more time, big round of applause for Kora Carlson and Melanie Davis.